in the ground.
Well, you're done doing wheelies. You and I are both done doing wheelies.
Yeah.
What I want to do is get home without being in a body bag. That's the best wheelie of all. So today Luciano wanted to stop by with the ZX10 to put a lowering link on it and possibly either modify the kickstand or put on an adjustable kickstand. He said he's got both. He said he's coming early this morning. Well, we'll see how long it takes him to get motivated, but it's going to be a hot day. The sooner we can get this project done, the better. We have the electric winch, which should make it just like it did with Chris's bike. We did the lowering links on the R1, on the FZR, on Chris's R6. They all seem to work real well. I don't have any problem, but I've heard other people say, oh, it does this, it does that, but I never see it with my own eyes, so I really don't have an opinion. But what I do know is, like in Chris's case, it allows her to get the feet on the ground, or if you're short, or if the bike is tall. It's in the eye of the beholder, I think. And we've got all these lowering link installations on previous videos, somewhere down in that 1900 videos that are out there now. So the first thing we got to do today is all the farming work and hopefully get it all done before Luciano gets here. This is today's harvest. Only 2 tomatoes. It hardly pays to be a farmer. We've been getting peppers, lettuce, and tomatoes every day from this little farm of ours. And of course, fresh cut flowers for our table every day. It is a lot of fun doing a perp walk every morning here. And Karen wants me to take we want to harvest a pepper this morning. Whoa. Look at that side. looks like my face. Oh, Grandpa Wendy, don't pick me yet. I'm not done yet.
Oh my goodness.
That's the funniest pepper I've ever seen. My God.
We'll show that tomorrow.
I'll put that on my video. Holy mackerel. That's crazy. Look at that. Yes, the life of a farmer is tough, but you got to harvest every morning. Fresh vegetables. Okay, fish. Grammy gave you extra food this morning. You're going to have to work hard getting that lowering link on Luciano's bike, that's for sure. Now, the sky doesn't look real promising, but there is some sun breaking through, so let's just hope this is going to be a productive day. And a bonus is we have Miles here all afternoon. So the first step always is to become a parking lot attendant and move some of these motorcycles out of here. Being a parking lot attendant, so much fun. Hey, the day looks like it's hanging in there so far. That won't matter, we'll get this done today. Oh no, come on right in, bring it in. Bring it in, I'm all prepped up for you. Oh, look at this guy, my favorite bike. Don't drop it, I don't want to have to paint it. Bring it in. Oh my God, what do you got on the back? A lunch?
I got a doggy.
A dozen bagels. I like having a good helper. A mesh jacket or it's a summer jacket?
It's a summer jacket.
Ooh, it's nice. You got armor in there and everything? Yeah, yeah.
Fluorescent.
Yeah, it's good. We could find you in a ditch if you go over a cliff. The birds will find you.
If you ride at night, I don't
wow.
ride at night. So.
Hey, this is nice. Look at this. You know what these are? These are sweat. Look, I got one on too. Sweat free. You don't sweat like a pig? Yeah. I know. I still sweat like a pig.
I got the underwear the same material.
Yeah. I can't afford the underwear. Nice helmet. Matches the bike. This is my favorite bike. If you make out your will to this afternoon, Wendy gets the ZX10. That'll be fine.
This bike demands respect.
This is the best.
It's a powerhouse.
But see his brother over there, the R1? These two guys, they would look good in my garage together. They will look good. I could sell the FZR and buy this from you.
That one's faster.
300. So Luciano brought the dial indicator over, so we're going to check the timing at some future time. Today we want to get that lowering link on. So part of this is when you put a lowering link, of course you have to adjust. You have 2 choices. You can take the regular stand and grind it so it just goes further forward like that. That's what I did on Chris's bike. If it's just a small amount, you can do a little grinding. Or you can have the adjustable one, which I think is probably even better. Now he's got these, and let's see, it doesn't say who made them, so obviously they're made in somewhere in China, or if it was made in America, it would say made by Windy, but looks like he's got 3 positions here, and we'll figure it out. Now on my R1, I just did a little grinding with the Dremel tool so that stand comes forward by about 3/4 of an inch, and that sets it at a nice height. And believe me, this bike is a tall bike if you have it totally stock, and then if you have extra spring compression, I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't even know exactly where I wound up with the adjustment, but if you have it all the way up, wow, does it get tricky. But that adjustable stand is a good idea. I may upgrade to that at some future time. Or maybe I'll just take his. So the whole reason for coming here, 2 things. Of course, 2 people doing a job like this a lot easier than 1, even though I have figured out how to do it by myself. The electric winch, to do this with the electric winch, worth its weight in gold. And every time I use this, that $75 in the back of my mind, I'm going cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And boy, it just makes jobs like this so much easier. You got to take the lower fairing off first?
Give me the other wrench.
Okay.
I think it's fancy too.
I got the simple one. I don't have any trim. You got the one like when a guy has a lot of extra money and a yacht and a Range Rover.
Yeah, a lot of money with
yeah,
that.
I know you do. I know.
Bucks,
I know.
200 bucks.
You like to show your money. I like to keep it in a fish pond. Now on Chris's bike, we had to take the muffler off too. What a job that was. What a pain. Of course, the bolt only went out one way on an R6. It doesn't go out the way you think it should.
Yeah, you don't have to take the muffler off for this.
No, it's easy to do, but just extra work. Alright, so when you make out the will, my name is W-I-N-D-Y. Gets the nice... This bike, by the way, you don't notice it because he doesn't ride this that much. He's afraid of it.
I can write the wheel to you. listen to me. I can write the wheel to your name. Might need a $2,000 deposit.
Oh, 2,000! I'd throw in one of those Ducatis too.
Spit.
I know the way. When I rode it, I noticed that front wheel gets very light, very quick.
Yeah.
It's a good bike though, boy. It's in nice shape too.
What time?
You never had anything go bad on this. I didn't even a battery.
Never. Just a battery and this is the 3rd set of tires.
What? Who tires is not like windshield wipers.
It's like 15,000 miles. That's all.
15?
Yeah.
I got 30 something on the R1 already. 31, I think. So you think the muffler's going to have to come off?
I don't think so.
Let me look at it first before you take anything off, because I'm sneaky. Sometime I could figure a way to get around it. If the bolt goes out that way, you don't have to take the muffler off. If the bolt goes off this way, you got to take the muffler off. It's a pain in the ass. It's like the R6.
Watch.
Yeah, they're right out in the open.
All the pan's gonna come down.
Okay, you going to lower the pan?
Yeah.
Wiggle it. Just wiggle it.
Well, this is holding.
There's something else up front? Wait, it may be snapped up in the front. I never took the bodywork off this, so I don't know. There's something up in the front holding it. Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on, let me look up in the front. It looks like you're going to be able to get to the bolts with no problem at all. Oh boy, are you lucky. Okay, when we loosen these nuts, that bolt's going to go toward you. It's not going to hit the muffler? Or
Yeah, no, it's plenty clearance. Yeah.
Oh, okay, you lucky dog. What a dog. Unbelievable.
Kawasaki knows how to make his stuff. I know, like a Yamaha.
Yeah, no, not like Ducati. This bike, you'd have to be a 14 bolts holding a chain on for crying out loud. Okay, first nut's off now. I want to support the back wheel a little bit so when we pull these off, it doesn't go dropping on somebody's nose. Okay, the nuts are off. Now, you want to try to push let me take the weight off the wheel, and then just take one out. And as soon as you take one out, try to get it out all the way.
Yeah.
So here's the stock ones, and the way this geometry works is the longer you make this, the lower the bike is. So if you want to go all the way,
yeah.
you want to go to, and if it's too low, you could move it up one, of course.
Yeah.
Okay?
But lucky because we got adjustable side stand, so.
Yes, but we'll go all the way first on the first hole, and then just put the bike and see if you like it.
Yeah.
Now, it's a little confusing to some people that you make the rod longer because the wheel comes up further, which lowers the bike. So it's kind of, unless you're, you're figuring all that out, you wouldn't take full advantage of this. Let me get the nut. Oh, you made me just get the top one first. You get the nut. I can get it from here. 1 second. This is what that exhaust is red hot. I know. Don't burn yourself.
Oh, she's cool now.
Okay. Leave this one just hand tight until you get the front one in.
Mm-hmm.
Hold the nut. You're not holding the nut. Hold this nut
Yeah, okay.
with the wrench. Hold that with the wrench, and I'll turn it by hand. Here, just to make it tight by hand. Okay, now hold on. Keep that wrench from turning. Where the hell's the 50? I'll turn it. I'll do it from this side.
No, I'll do it for you.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Hand tight. That's all. Not super tight. Okay, good enough. Good enough. Okay, now when I pick up the wheel.
Yeah, put the other bolt.
What? It's gonna be tricky. When I gotta pick the wheel up. I'll look at it from here. Let me see if I can get the wheel up. Okay. This ain't light, baby, and I ain't young. You get it?
Okay.
All right. Let me let this down. 1 second. 1
You
second.
have to push it, otherwise you won't be able to put the bolt. You have to line up.
Yeah, it's inside. You gotta push it to me.
Okay.
Okay. Now let me get this one on. Hand tight only. Don't even tighten it up. Just get this hand tight. Okay. Tighten it just hand tight. Don't make it super tight yet. Now we're gonna tighten. I want to see if you're gonna like this. I'll lower it down off the thing. You tell me if it's okay,
Yeah.
and then we'll check the stand. Okay? All right.
What I'm concerned, you go over the bump, it's going to touch the tail.
You won't know until you go ride the bike.
Yeah.
You're not going to know because, this is not going to hit. I don't think so. You're going to know right away if it hits. Then you move it to the middle position. That's why I don't want to tighten this all up without.
You may have about 2 inches of travel. No more than 2 inches. Even 3 inches they won't touch.
No, you're not going to. Well, I'm not even close. You're not close. I'm not going to make that. That's definitely not. That's not it. Is it going to be easy to get on and off the bike? That's what I want to know before we do the stand.
Yeah.
Why don't you ride it this way? Go take a test ride. Come back, because we can do it now. I'll leave the tools out and everything. Don't even put the fairing on.
Yeah. Okay.
Make sense? Because we got I don't need to ride the RD today. We do that. I'd rather get this bike done. Okay?
Okay.
And then it's the same price. So luckily I had enough bolts. This is a hardened bolt too. So I learned this the hard way with the RD. And luckily my friend sent me a free kickstand. That was very nice, by the way. But this has a little bend. I don't think you want to bend that bolt. I want to just tighten this up. I made it a little bit shorter, but it's infinite. You can see where it is. It's infinitely adjustable there. So we'll do a little test so you can go out and do a test ride on a bike and see if you like it. And tighten it all up. Don't put the Loctite on yet.
This is the one that came with the stand?
And the stand actually fit pretty good and was easy, and even the little switch that shuts the what do you call the ignition off if you try to take off and it's in gear, that worked out good. That was a perfect fit.
Yeah.
Is it close?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay, well let's see. Now Luciano's going to take a little test ride because we have you actually have 3 adjustments, but I bet the third one is stock. Now we haven't put the lower fairing on because he just wants to see how it is. And put the kickstand down when you get on a bike. Don't just get on it without.
Yeah.
But be safe, man. Let's see. How's that? Better?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I hope Chris is watching this video.
Absolutely.
Short people like nobody. Short people like. All right. It is nice. The first time you put the leg over the bike and you don't have to, have a groin strain. And then some bikes are they're the right height to begin with. Actually, that did work out pretty good, but we're not putting the tools away because I want him to tell me that he feels comfortable. And then we make out the bill. And then we still got to put the fairing back on, and that's a pretty nice jacket he got there. That is pretty slick. But I know these bikes, they, if you're 7 feet tall, they're really just the right height. But for this case, and maybe if you're a MotoGP rider, well, if you were, you'd tailor how low you want the front end and how high the back. And yeah, forget it. For guys like us, spies like us. So anyway, we do have the stock ones. I'm sure I'll take these home and put them in inventory. And a Yamaha, these come on roller bearings too. On needle bearings, I mean. Always a good lesson. Never throw the bolts away. Okay, let's see what he says. He's got the blinker. He didn't crash it anyway. Boom, 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 boom.
Just put some
You gotta put the fairing back on though.
shims and side stand.
Okay. Was it the... See if it's sitting pretty close. Yeah, it's close.
It's perfect, yeah.
Yeah, well, what do you expect? You're dealing with professionals, and I'm here too.
We lower about 2 inches.
2 inches, yeah. Yeah. Now, if you really were paranoid, you could lower the front end an inch and nothing would change either. I already did that.
You can make a pit bike.
Yeah, you could make a pit bike out of it. Or you could buy those high heel shoes like Porno Pete wears. And Jose wears those shoes with the big high heels. And he sells them too.
Like Elton
They have
John,
Ducati decals on them in MotoGP.
Elton John boots.
What bastards we are.
Oh, God.
So it worked out okay, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's put the fairing on and get you the hell out of here. I got to go get my grandson.
In the ground.
Well, you're done doing wheelies. You and I are both done doing wheelies.
Yeah.
What I want to do is get home without being in a body bag. That's the best wheelie of all. Without being in a helicopter. Now, when I rode this bike, I remember I thought my ass was up in the air. I should put a tail light on my ass, but it feels, what a difference the way this feels. It's amazing how that changes a bike. Now, for me, if you could just raise up, if you could, for my thing, if you could raise the thickness, put the clip-ons on top here, I would probably be comfortable with that. All right, pretty good successful day anyway. We ought to quit while we're ahead. Quit while we're a gefilte fish. So I don't know how much better a day like this can be. You even going to have a nice ride home. Why don't you take a ride around Greenwood Lake on the way home?
Yeah, no, I got the stuff to do.
Oh, you got stuff to do? Yeah, I got the baby coming, so.
I got so many freaking wheels to pull out.
Oh.
I'm a Luciano the farmer.
You're not the bigger farmer. I'm the big farmer. You're the little. I'm Goya. I'm going to grow some beans in the backyard. I got peppers this morning. I got tomatoes. I got lettuce. I got everything. We eat salad every night from the garden. It's unbelievable.
You're going to run the show of our business, right?
That's right. That's right. If we didn't like motorcycles and we liked food, we could have a restaurant.
Yeah.
We'd be poisoning people coast to coast.
I replaced the cars on a Monster.
Oh, yeah?
I got to go for test ride.
You know what? We'll go with the 2 bikes for a test ride. We'll go a test ride and we'll both get stuck. All right, have a safe ride home. Anyway, so we hope you enjoyed sharing this little video with us, and we thank the COVID workers, the healthcare workers, of course. Thank you guys for making this all possible. Luciano is a... See you later, guy. He's a happy guy. And I hope you enjoy watching the videos as much as I enjoy making them. And thanks for watching. Now, on Chris's bike, we had to take the muffler off too. What a job that was. What a pain. Because the bolt only went out one way on an R6. It doesn't go out the way you